Hey everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome to another live stream from Coolcraft Season 6. And, boop, hello there. Welcome back to yet another live stream where I'm once again going to be building the roads. After the, well, hopefully I hope you saw the video last week, because I did actually finish this road here off camera. I can't remember if I showed that in the video. I don't think I did. No, I did, because the video was already uploaded to YouTube before I actually did the live stream. And yeah, I probably won't have a video up this week, because I didn't make nearly as much progress with the project that I am working on currently, and I kind of blame Jared Cole for not helping, but I was also, I guess, distracted by other things. But yeah, anyhow, Minecraft Live, oh actually, if you want to hear my thoughts about Minecraft Live, well, that was, well, there's actually a video about that because it was part of the stream, but then I had to cut the stream up because something happened in the middle of the stream, which I did not want to have be infinitely public. So it's a video, basically just my thoughts about Minecraft Live from a stream I actually did after Minecraft Live happened. What am I doing? I'm getting resources for the roads that we're going to be building. So I don't have too much glow. Actually, no. I have a fair amount of glowstone. In fact, I actually may have more than I'm thinking of right now. Let's see. Wrong type of stone. Man, I don't know my own storage system. It has been a hot second since I didn't do much. Actually, Jared Cole, I think, right now is working on stuff. Actually, we could... I think he is actually sitting in the Discord call, so actually could go bring him in here in a second. Oh, I need smooth stone. That'll probably be enough for now. I'll need more later, but you know, slabs take up space in the inventory, same as like literally everything else. So then the question is, what do I want to do first in terms of roads? So I could go start meddling with the roads on here, but I think I'll connect Jared Cool's house up to the streets here. Yes. Yeah, there's also trees growing in the middle of the street here. Oh, actually, I'm not going to go all the way with the street. You see, a problem with this street is that... Oh, here's Jared Cole. Let's undeafen here. Hello there? Okay, I'm guessing he's... Oh, there he is. So, say hi to the stream.
Hello, stream.
See, I'm starting to work on the road in front of your place, Jaredy.
Alright, I'm just putting some stuff into the wall.
Alright.
Finishing up the system that tells you what number is selected. Or how many credits you have.
Ah, yes. Because, yeah, this is a quite advanced wool shop. Especially compared to what he had last season, which was a little bit buggy. I think this one hopefully is actually going to work.
This one is going to be relatively fast.
Alright.
I mean, instant. I mean, if you can make something instant in Minecraft, I think you've broken the game.
Well, there are people that specialize in doing that, so...
Let's refresh that quickly. Okay, I need...
Alright, we're just gonna cut him off there quickly. So I actually had... Because I'm in stream mode on Discord, so it doesn't play the sound when you mute and unmute, / deafen undeafen. So, and also the way the Stream Deck's Discord integration plugin is written is terrible. Because if you like deafen undeafen, it doesn't update the state of the muted or what the like visual on the muted button is. So I don't know if I'm muted or not. I just kind of assume, am I muted? Am I not muted? But so yeah. Anyhow. This is not even. I guess he's done a little bit more on this side where he just goes down a bit, but yeah. Alright, next step here is, I guess, just place down the glowstone on the edges. I probably should get the schematic up for this, honestly. But, laziness prevails, I guess. And I just spent an extra glowstone there. Don't want to waste, because we currently do have a very limited supply of this glowstone. Haven't run out yet, and honestly, I thought I was going to do a lot more last week. But yeah, oh yeah, once again, I am going to be live streaming until the WAN show starts. So let's hope that me live streaming is what caused them to start early last week, and hopefully it'll cause them to start early again this week. Of course, we do have a while before that may happen. And actually, I should get a more reliable notification device up than just checking my phone periodically to see if they had actually gone live yet. So I should get Twitch up in the browser tab. Because that's generally what I use, because I can just sit in the LTT chat room, or the LTT live chat on Twitch. So hold on, I will now show you my face as I go and open up a browser tab for Twitch and do that sort of stuff. Where's LTT? Latest tech tips. Alright, go to the chat button, and I guess it'll just start making noise, and then that will be weird because an ad will come on or something, and then it'll be time for me to end the stream at that point. But hopefully that is actually a reliable notifier, as I know there is sometimes when Twitch can be unreliable, especially, well, just in every switch. Every time Twitch is unreliable. That's just a blanket statement that is true, but mobile push notifications are unreliable. If the desktop app was still around, desktop push notifications are unreliable. Heck, sometimes it won't, unless I'm actually on the tab, sometimes it won't even update the fact that they've gone live on the actual tab that is opened to Twitch. Always love when that happens, but you know. Yeah, sorry if I don't commentate as much this week. I actually want to get stuff done instead of just talk to the camera. Also, while I'm thinking of this right now, so if you're watching, so hi, if you're on the VOD, if you actually watched through the entire intro sequence, which is, you know, just basically a timer counting down on a black background, don't be alarmed about that being so simple and boring, because I have a plan to make it better, and I might act on that plan on Sunday if I do a stream on Sunday. I might also not, because I just might not feel like it. Oh, Jaredy Cool's in my house. Hello, Jaredy Cool, who is in my house. Hello? Am I muted? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? No. Just getting materials. Alright. Well. Off I go. Oh, God. What the... Okay. Oh, I need to... Okay, yes. Okay. So, sorry that was choppy there for a second. I have no idea what happened. My gameplay was smooth. It appears like OBS just had a hiccup there. Like, I'll notice that occasionally. Not necessarily when I'm recording, although I actually have seen it when I've been recording. When I'm streaming, I'll look over on OBS and it'll suddenly be like 2 frames a second for a moment and then back to the good old 60 frames. And OBS doesn't report any dropped frames at all. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe Intel's encoder, because if you don't know, I have an Arc GPU because it was cheap and actually... Oh, because it was 2 things. One, it was cheap. Thanks, Intel. It's kind of weird that you're the cheap one. But 2, it was one of the first GPUs on the market to have an AV1 encoder. And at the time that I bought it, it was the only affordable card that had an AV1 encoder on the market. So I decided to go for it for that very reason. Also, like, when am I gonna have the option to buy the top of the line card from a company for only $350? Come on, that's never gonna happen again. So like, I had to jump on that deal while I had the chance. This one. And to be fair, the card isn't terrible. It is actually, well, okay, my 1070 is aging and is starting to no longer be adequate for stuff. Like, 8 gigabytes of VRAM is still more than some cards come with today, NVIDIA. But it's slowly starting to not be enough. Games are slowly starting to actually need more performance, like City Sky... Oh. Well, there's, I guess, a reason why they only went... Why JD only went this far. But yeah, City Skylines 2 recommends a 3080. Like, dang. That's a power-hungry game. But so yeah, my 1070 was beginning to not cut it for the work that I was doing with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still working, but you know, it was starting to be a bit underpowered and lacked like modern, you know, GPU features, like no AI upscaling, which this card does actually have. I do actually now have a game that's worth it. Satisfactory does now support Intel's AI upscaler, which, I mean, I don't think it did too much, as especially when loading stuff in. That Satisfactory was still absurdly hitchy, but I guess it did something. Oh. So hey, at least I have a game that can make use of it. Like, for some reason, maybe I'll just leave the carpets for later. Like, I know not Satisfactory, yeah, ARC cards do technically have ray tracing cores. I think they are absolutely, or based off what I'm expecting, first of all, I don't think anything actually supports using them to do ray tracing. So, they're basically useless. But they're also first generation Intel ray tracing cores, so they're gonna be terrible. So I'm not too fussed about that. I don't need ray tracing. It's not that big a deal for me. I mean, I certainly don't think I would be implementing ray tracing in my game. Especially considering it's using OpenGL, which I'm pretty sure does not support ray tracing. Especially not the version processing uses. Now, Vulkan might, but I don't think processing has access to that. At least not at this time. Yeah, I think the Java library LWJGL, or Lightweight Java Game Library, does contain both OpenGL and Vulkan binaries, and processing might be using that, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, they may also be using, actually no, I think they are using JRGL, which is Java OpenGL implementation, which is just OpenGL. So, as of right now at least, the door is a little bit closed on that. Although, in theory, you know, potentially in the future, the sky's the limit for... Oh yeah, I need more glowstone already. The sky is theoretically the limit for implementing Vulkan in processing in the future, although I would think that would be a feature that would have to be more of like a processing 5 thing. Which is going to get real confusing when they do release processing 5 because of P5JS as like an actual thing. No, I'll use these up first. But that's just a thing. Also, the way that I don't exactly know how things work, but the way that processing does actually interact with OpenGL for 3D rendering is probably not the most efficient thing. And realistically, I'd probably have to write my own shaders in order to make it more efficient. But I don't know how to do that, since writing OpenGL shaders is a very complex task. Okay. It's a very complex task. Like, I've tried to, with the help of like ChatGPT, write a shader, a pretty simple shader to just implement like a basic shadowing technique, and I haven't gotten anything like that to work. Like, the shader loads, but then it just doesn't actually render anything. Well, Yeah, no, the shader itself doesn't render anything. Processing will still like draw lines on the screen or whatever. But the actual object, like actual things that need to be rendered in 3D don't get rendered in 3D. So like I draw a cube, well the cube isn't getting drawn in. The outline to the cube is getting drawn in, but the cube itself is not getting drawn in. So yeah, OpenGL shaders, especially ones that go in processing, completely foreign to me in terms of how that stuff works. Oh yeah, I was talking about ray tracing stuff. But yeah, other than that, I don't actually own any games, besides I guess technically Minecraft Bedrock, that support ray tracing. But I don't really, but while technically Minecraft does, it only supports ray tracing on NVIDIA GPUs. And only in specific maps, technically, because for some reason Mojang doesn't allow non-marketplace content to use stuff, or you can't just like upload a raw ray tracing shader. You have to, or raw ray tracing texture pack. You have to upload it as like part of a map, which is dumb. To be fair, I do think a lot of the marketplace stuff on Bedrock Edition is completely dumb. Oh yeah, but you know that's a different thing. You know, I also realized something with the Minecraft Live being significantly shorter than usual this year. They didn't have any of those stupid community question things that they used to have in the past. Because it always like bugged me how they'd have creators, pre-recorded videos of creators asking questions that they wanted to have the answer to. Like, okay, this stuff just got announced. This creator clearly didn't know, and no one was actually asking that question. Yet you went to this creator and asked them to record a video from you asking that specific question. I'm glad they didn't have that this year because that was stupid. They could have replaced it with actually answering questions from the live chat, but I don't know. The whole thing being pre-recorded and all is only a possibility, I guess. They also, over the last couple of years, they stopped doing the creator panels. I think that was since COVID hit, but still, I don't know why they haven't brought them back since COVID. Because before COVID, they had like the panels of creators that would come on, and when it was in-person Minecon, I think they actually had people. I hear a skeleton. In-person Minecon, I think they actually had like people able to ask the creators like actual questions. But after they went virtual, they did still do the creator panels for a little while. And they may have just been pre-asked questions or pre-loaded questions that would get asked about them. But I remember the panels because there was a Hermitcraft panel. There was also a Psycraft panel in the last year that they did panels, I believe. And that stuff was cool. I'd like to see them bring that back because that was an actually interesting part of Minecraft Live. Minecon, whatever. Was, you know, the creator panels. But yeah, anyhow. And other Minecraft-related stuff. This week's Snapshot introduced the Crafter, and not much else, considering I was expecting it to just be like everything from Minecraft Live like last year, but apparently that's not the case. Also, a drink of choice. Oh, there's a frame rate drop. Okay. Drink of choice for today is once again the 2-liter bottle of Walmart branded cherry cola that I have in my fridge, because I need to finish that at some point. Okay, not to brag, but I think we've already, or I have already done significantly more today than I had done at this point last week. Let's see, we're 22 minutes into the video. Video stream, and I've already done a street outside JRD Cool's house. I'm making major progress on the street that goes by JRD Cool's wool shop. Actually, we could take a look inside of the wool shop and show off the redstone. I actually did help him with it a while ago when he did it, because he designed this wool shop a while ago, and I mean a while ago. It was like midway through season 5 when he was designing this thing, because the current wool shop was just that bad. And I helped him design this unique payment storage system. to actually be able to save and manage the like credits that the store currently has. Oh wow, look at that! The green screen is screwed up there. Look at that! Look at this garbage. I feel like the green screen may be a bit farther away today. Man, sorry about that. Yeah, I feel like the green, when I put the green screen up, it was like, oh, I got it right first time in terms of covering the whole thing. But I'm now noticing there's a bit of like, right. Oh, when I'm going to point at it, like right there, it's not correctly getting, or it's not the best lit there. I mean, my lights are on the floor, to be fair, but still, it's a little bit annoying. Yeah. There is definitely a skeleton. I think I'm gonna go fight that skeleton in a moment. Oh, oh. I'm coming for you, Skelly. There's a cow down here. No, there isn't. That's in the schematic. Okay, I don't know where this skeleton I'm hearing is. Oh, someone's playing a... No, I'm hearing it again. No idea. Alright, anyhow. If you're not wearing headphones, you probably can't hear the skeleton. I also apologize for the fact that there was no Minecraft audio last week. Because I learned in my later stream that, yeah, I hadn't properly configured my headphones to... Or, not my headphones, but the audio output to the audio channel for the stream. Because I record in I record my audio for the videos in multiple channels. That way I can adjust the in-game volume or my commentary independently in post, in case that becomes necessary. But because you can only stream one audio channel, that means I have to have a separate audio channel with all the sources on it for live streaming. And I apparently didn't add the the desktop audio source to that channel. So that was fun. I don't know what to talk about now. Like, okay, I've talked about a bunch of stuff. What do I talk about now? Because, I don't know. Not too much has happened. I mean, well, I still hate calculus, as I may have mentioned a couple times. Whoop, okay. I may have mentioned this a couple times, but I hate calculus because, oh my gosh. Huh. There's a cave down here. Anyhow. Okay, how do I get out of here? Ah, there we go. But yeah. I really dislike calculus. Oh yeah, annoying thing happened to me this week. On Thursday, so yesterday, watch it, in the previous night, I was having this issue on my phone, because I have a Pixel 5a. And after updating to Android 14, I had this weird glitch with the little bar at the bottom of your screen that indicates, hey, like, you can go to the app switcher now. It was staying on screen for some reason, so I, contacted Google Support, and they're like, oh, just go into settings and click reset apps. It'll reset all your notification settings and stuff, but it'll fix problems. So, okay, I did that. But what I didn't realize is reset notifications means turn off all app notifications and alarms. So I wake up the next morning, my alarm not having gone off, to find out, hey, it's like almost 10 a.m. when class starts, and you're still in bed. Which was kind of like, oh shit. I didn't get to class in time for it to start and missed a bit of stuff, so I gotta try looking that stuff up online, so that's fun. But yeah, thanks Google for making the default notification state in Android 14 off. Because when you install apps, it definitely turns notifications off by default. And that's my main problem with it. Also, alarms in the clock app got silenced as well, which kind of annoys the heck out of me, because like, the phone app and messages didn't turn their notifications off. Why did clock? It's the frickin' clock app. Anyhow. That was annoying. No real lasting damage from that on me, as far as I can tell, at least. At least I hope there's no lasting damage. Whew. Also, here's another thing I could talk about. Another thing that's actually annoyed me recently. So, I can't remember if I actually talked about this on YouTube yet or not. But, so, God, it's like a week or two ago now. A week ago, yeah. So, a week ago. A week and a bit ago. Okay, we'll say a week and a bit ago now. The SSD on my laptop died overnight. Which, oh yeah, I talked about this in the video that released on Sunday. So, that was good. So, hold up, got a text from the parents. No, I can reply to that. No. Alright. So, and I'm probably going to get another notification from here in a second for JRD responding to that. Yep, there it is. Alright, so yeah. A laptop SSD randomly dies in the middle of the night. We have now actually checked it on a desktop computer, and then when plugged directly into the motherboard, it prevents the motherboard from posting because of a VGA issue, which, okay. And when plugged into a riser card, it is just straight up not detected. So the SSD is completely dead. I mean, I'm sure the NAND flash is still probably good on there and actually has the data still stored on it. But something is fried, broken, just straight up not working anymore on that thing. So I ordered a new SSD on Tuesday last week. From Newegg, because it was one that usually costs like $101, but it's on sale now. Or it was on sale then, it's on sale now for a really good price actually. So I was like, okay, this will be fine. So I placed my order. It said, okay, it's gonna arrive probably Monday to Wednesday of this current week. And I was like, okay, cool, it's free shipping. I don't really know what to expect. So, you know, I didn't give that much more thought. You know, I was like, okay, it's free shipping, it's gonna get shipped, whatever. So then, you know, come beginning of the weekend, I get like an email from Newegg, oh, your shipment's arriving early, it's now arriving on Tuesday. Which was like, oh, cool, it's gonna arrive early. And then Tuesday comes and goes, and hasn't arrived yet. So, like, okay. Maybe they just underestimated. Maybe it's actually just going to arrive on Wednesday. It doesn't arrive on Wednesday. Look at the site. It's like, okay, now it's going to be arriving by 7 p.m. on Thursday. Like, okay, that's fine, I guess. Let's see if it arrives. You know, and it says, and then Thursday, 7 p.m. comes and goes. No deliveries. Huh. And so I start to go like, okay, what's going on here? Checking the shipping updates. On Friday of last week, so 1 week ago today at 9 in the morning, it was said, there was a notice that on there that said, oh, no, this is right. Okay. Package received awaiting approval or something like that. And for the location said it's in the city that I'm in. Well, I'm actually just outside the city limits, but I'm effectively within the city. So it said it arrived at the city. But that was the last update now over a week ago. So this was being shipped by UPS. So I eventually, 7 p.m. yesterday was too late to do anything because most support systems were turned off or whatever. So it was like, okay, I'll wait until today. So today I go, you know, first of all, trying to get a hold of UPS about this. Well, I'll first go through their automated system like, hey, no, this thing is broken. Now I haven't received the package and their stuff, and they're like, oh, you can't file a claim for some reason. What? Why can't I not? The thing is, because I mean, it says, oh, expected delivery. There's the explosion. It says expected delivery today. It's like, you said that yesterday. And I don't think anything's happened, because no things. And so I tried calling UPS, and well, first of all, their automated system is freaking useless. It was like, okay, give us your tracking number. So I like read out the tracking number. I didn't quite get that. Please check it. I'll type it in with the keypad on the phone. That also didn't work. I tried this several times. It didn't work. I tried calling their other phone number for technical support, and that actually directly put me through to a real person. Interesting. And after giving them the tracking number, they said, "Oh, we can't do anything. The U.S. Mail has it." Why the heck does the U.S. Mail? It doesn't say anywhere on your website for tracking the package that it is currently with the U.S. Mail. And how the heck am I supposed to know that it's with the U.S. Mail? Like, you don't say anywhere that the mail now has it. So anyhow, then go call the post office, because obviously that's the U.S. Mail. And well, first of all, their automated system is also quite useless. But it is significantly more advanced than UPS's. Like, the government service has a more advanced call-in line than a private company that actually should be caring about customer service. I mean, I'm not saying that the government shouldn't, but I just said the government has slightly less incentive to it, because, if they're a public service, they're going to exist regardless. But yeah, the post office, so if you've never had to call into the post office to track your package, because why the heck would you call into that? Basically what can happen is once you get through like the automated system saying, oh, okay, automated system routing, when it asks for your tracking number or whatever, they'll actually, if you're on a cell phone, they will actually text you a link which will send you to a website which you can then interact with, that directly is live communicating with the phone call server. So like, so it's like, okay, on the website it's like, okay, enter your tracking number in this box. You do that, press enter, and then on the phone call it's like, alright, we've received your tracking number. Please hold while we pull up information on it. And then it asks you some questions, and like, so the prompt will appear on my phone on the website, and the actual phone call will read out the text in front of me on the website over the phone. That's so, like, this is a government service. Why does a government service have this incredibly cool and useful phone system? What the heck is going on? But the phone system was but their automated system was ultimately useless. It's like, oh, your package is this status, and you cannot do anything now. You cannot file a claim or anything. So it's like, okay. Once that thing ended, it eventually did get me put through to a live human working at the call center, or working at a call center somewhere for the post office, and they were actually able to help us. So, and the thing is, it carried over like the call transcript or whatever. So, after I was on hold, once I connected to them, they already had my tracking number in front of them, so they didn't need to re-ask me for it. And they're like, okay, let's see what's going on here. Address the place's visit. What's your name? What's the address that this thing is going to be delivered to? That sort of thing. I was like, okay, so I see that. I was like, on Friday, it was blah, 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 blah. It's like, and it was supposed to be delivered on Tuesday. Okay, let me see what I can do here. Let me see about things. Like, okay. And so, I forget most of the conversation, but what ended up happening was they, it was like, okay, they filed like a thing, or, they sent a thing off to, start an investigation. Basically just have someone just tell someone at the post office, hey, look next to the conveyor belt, something fell off. Because I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That that my package, it's an SSD, an NVMe SSD, so it's going to be quite small. I'm sure what happened is after it was unloaded from the UPS truck, it's put on a conveyor belt, and it just fell off that conveyor belt at some point, and then the post office receives thousands of packages. They're not going to be chasing down every single package that gets unaccounted for or whatever, because that would be incredibly inefficient, because, I don't know, maybe the scanner just didn't read it properly and it's actually going to the right place or whatever. It's actually already on its way, and yeah, that's inefficient. So it makes sense that the So it kind of makes sense. But yeah, after that, going through all that effort, hopefully within the next few days, someone will find the package lying on the floor of the post office, put it back on the conveyor belt, where it'll get scanned into the system and start actually moving again, where it will then be delivered at some point on the next week. Because mind you, it is realistically not that far away from me. It's in the post office. It's in the city that I'm in. So, I mean, in theory, what I could have done is found a way to get to the post office and asked whoever's working there, could you go just like look next to the intake conveyor belts and see if there's something on the floor that's addressed to me? And I mean, I don't know whether they actually would have said no, we can't do that, or okay, sure, let me go look. But if they had, it's like, oh, good, come back. Oh, good news. Here's your package. Just sign here. It's like, all right. But thankfully, I didn't actually, because I mean, it was like 4:30, 4:40 once I finally got off the phone, and the post office would have closed soon anyway. So it's like, yeah, well, so it's like, okay, well, they're gonna get stuff sorted out. I don't need to actually do anything. But yeah, shipping services. Gosh, they're terrible. Like, there's been some videos. So actually, you may not have seen these, but I don't actually know what the name of the YouTuber that did these videos were. But basically, this guy, after Apple came out with the AirTags, he made like a joke video by like sending AirTags to random places around the world to see what happened to them. Where'd they go? So one of the places he tried to send one to was North Korea. As a joke, right? Because apparently DHL offered a service to North Korea, which despite being in COVID when the borders are completely sealed to North Korea, they were still claiming it was open. So they were like, okay. So it was like, okay, they sent it. It got, sent to South Korea because they see Korea, South Korea, who sends stuff to North Korea, right? It then ping-pongs, back and forth between South Korea, China, or whatever for a while. It gets lost, files like one of these claims, and it gets found again, sent on its way, stuff happens, whatever. But the first one kind of never made it. They were just like sitting in like a freight terminal in China. So we sent another one, and that also had a similar situation happen to it. So he ended up going through this like process, going through all this like discovery of like what's actually going on in the shipping industry. Because like there is a lot of really high-tech shipping and sorting or package sorting machines. Like there's a freaking trade show where companies show off all the new and impressive sorting systems that they've built, which are completely automated and never miss a package. But he actually like went to DHL's facility, and part of the reason why his stuff was getting lost is because frame drop. Sorry. Is because, well, hey, we finished another street, guys. Well, it's because, well, it was dropped in the bag to North Korea. But North Korea, no one sends stuff to North Korea. So, the bag never gets full. So it just sits there for a long time. And then because, I guess, no updates came through for a while, the system just marked it as lost. And then you need to manually say, no, I want you to investigate this. Because they don't automatically investigate these things, apparently. So anyhow, once they finally, so that's why it got lost. But the thing is, DHL and apparently most of the major shipping partners are still using ancient technology for sorting, like manual human, read the address, type something in, send it on its way. Wow. Sorry, just blowing my nose here a little bit. And I know the U.S. mail has its own issues. I mean, the Postmaster General DeJoyce. Oh, that guy. Yeah, it's not going too well for the post office. Heck, they had automated sorting machines that actually work well. And they just got rid of them because the Postmaster is kind of a dick and just was like, nah, we don't need this anymore. Throws out the incredibly custom and expensive sorting machines that the post office has. It's like, could you do it? Because actually, people may not know this, especially because of weird right-wing propaganda, but the post office is actually profitable. Like, there aren't many public services run by the US government, which, by the way, the post office is a public service. It doesn't need to make money. If it does, that's good. But it doesn't need to, because it's a public service by the government to make sure stuff works, or to be used by the citizens. Like Amtrak, which really should make money, because, you know, it's a train service that can actually has, you know, that tangible good of train service, but it is more operated like a public utility that doesn't necessarily make money, but is there to help the citizens, right? But anyhow, the post office actually makes money from its shipping. You know, stamps or whatever. It actually does make money, but then you'll hear these politicians crying, oh, the post office doesn't make money, we need to get rid of it. Like, what? One, the post office makes money. Like, they are actually positive in terms of profit, which is rare for a government agency. And two, the post office is an incredibly useful service. They also have a really tough job to do, which is also why it's surprising they're, you know, profitable. Because also they're, you know, government. They have, you know, government pensions, government employee benefits, union, all that stuff they have to deal with, and they're still profitable. Add to that the actually, like, hard parts of what they do, which, you know, is delivering to every single address in the United States, which, you know, a lot of third-party carriers don't want to do that because that's very expensive to do. But the post office does that. And so often if there's a more remote place with, that's a little bit harder to get to, and the big, you know, FedEx, UPS don't want to directly ship there, they'll just give it to the post office to ship there. Which is, you know, incredibly cool. Which makes it even more stupid why some people want to get rid of or handicap the post office. Because it's like, wait, like, I know you're a pro-private business. Oh, we should just be mailing everything with FedEx or UPS. But the problem with that is, well, both those services use the post office for last mile delivery on many occasions. Like, they'll do the bulk of the you know, big part of the shipping, but, you know, as in my situation, once they get to, like, the local post office, once they get to within the jurisdiction, they'll just hand it off to the post office and have them do the last mile delivery. And actually, the reason why in my situation I'm even more surprised that they did that, because I'm on a college campus. They probably, I mean, based off what I know about the package room, they have a lot of different deliveries that come for students that come through there. It's not like UPS isn't delivering stuff here frequently. Why are they just giving it to the post office? Amazon certainly delivers stuff here frequently. And they, you know, they know how to do it. I would assume UPS does it. I mean, certainly the post office does, right? It's the post office, so why, you know, the people that do all the zip codes and all that stuff, the people that, you know, actually matter with the addresses and stuff. But it's still, it's like, wait, why? It's not like this is some hard to get to stuff. We're just outside the city. There's, like, literally, one of the ways you can get in or out of campus is literally directly a highway exit ramp. Or freeway exit ramp. Why do you not deliver, why aren't you directly delivering this all the way? So, that's my, definitely way too long story about my packaging. Hopefully it'll get delivered within the next week, because I was imagining I'd have my new SSD in my laptop and I could properly do my own Windows installation again. Like, I'm currently using a spare SSD that Jaredy gave me as a loaner, because, well, I kind of need the laptop to do stuff in one specific class. And by do stuff, I mean goof off. I mean, goof off playing video games or watch the circus show that is Congress trying to elect a speaker. Because I was actually doing that on Wednesday in class. I mean, it was muted. I was paying attention to what the professor was saying, but it's review for the midterm, so it's like, not too important. I mean, mind you, this is computer science class. I basically know all this stuff. There's very little that is actually new information to me. With so far in this class, maybe in the second half of the class there will actually be something that I actually don't know. I mean, there's little bits that I don't know. Like he's introduced us to like a way you can make diagrams to display your. He introduced us to a way we can make diagrams to like visually show how our programs work or whatever, or the relations between different objects in our programs, which I found, that's something new, something interesting. But the way he initially described it to us with the program we used to make these diagrams, I was like, okay, so you're just gonna import your class files into the into this program and it's gonna generate it for you. Nope, you have to do all the typing out of the formatting yourself. So you got like Discord style formatting, underscore before and after for underscore, star on either side for italics, that sort of thing. It's like, okay, so you have to go through your entire, and I mean entire, program, find all the information that it wants to do it yourself, which is kind of annoying. So, I mean, what I was doing is also in class, I was writing a Java program to do this for me. I am lazy. I'd rather spend a class not paying attention and just writing the stuff for me than actually do it. Mind you, we actually haven't been asked to do anything with this yet, so that's even more laziness. To be fair, I did only just automate the bare bones, the simplest stuff of actually just like importing the contents of class file, or the contents of the class file, not like its relation to literally anything else. Which I actually didn't pay attention to much when he was talking about, so whoops! I wonder how many people are watching the stream. No one, lol. Actually, no, someone is watching the stream by the looks of things. It says there are 2 people watching on my phone. I don't know how accurate that is, since YouTube on mobile is generally not the most responsive in terms of updating information like that. But hey, if you are watching live, say hi in chat. Increase that viewer engagement, which helps out the stream in some way. Oh, look at that. Theoretical is doing stuff. This happens to be one of the areas of downtown that was not flattened. And I will... There's a piglin here. I will definitely build, or after this I will definitely move towards the flattened areas of downtown to actually build the roads. And oh yeah, if Tyler is out there, well, it'd be nice if he came and helped do any of the communal projects this season. So far, he just hasn't. In fact, most of these communal projects have been done by me. Like, JRD Cole's actually done a little bit of road building, but besides that, I built that thing in its entirety, which is supposed to be a communal project. I've so far been the one building roads, although granted, I'm the one who's been live streaming other people who've been doing other things. And I'm out of fluid. Great. Ooh, a hole. Well, that didn't go too well. Alright. Alright then. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about at the moment. No, I'll think of things, but you know, I'm focused on getting things done. I don't care about the chit chat. I care about getting results, or some shit like that. I don't know. So let's go from here, and there's a hole. Oh, okay. Oh, I dodged something there. Yeah, there is a zombie. Yeah, there's this guy. So, woo, one shot. Also, my bow is really low on durability. Oh crap. Well, beep. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see. Oh, dang it. No, I used my sword for that. No, okay. Crap, it only dropped 2. Well, that sucks. So yeah, welcome to the part of the stream where I have no idea what I'm doing, or no idea how I'm interacting with the audience anymore, because, I don't know, run out of a bit of that steam there. Alright, let's go sleep. Let's see. Alright, there's some mobs over there. Oh, we don't need to deal. Oh, is that? Oh, frame rate looks a little choppy in OBS, although kind of it does. I mean, I will say my monitor. I don't think it was actually choppy. I think it was just my second monitor being kind of terrible. But realistically, it is terrible. It was cheap, but it's also terrible. So, yeah, I can definitely see that being my monitor just being terrible. It was a cheap monitor. It was like 100. It was used as well. Definitely would not recommend gaming or anything on this because it has terrible pixel response times. Well, actually, it's not that the pixel response time is terrible. It's that the overdrive, or that the switching speed of the pixel is horrible, and it's real, and they often overshoot their target and have to go back, which is kind of crazy that an electronic device like this can do that. But yeah, if you're just moving something around real fast on the screen, the ghosting or whatnot, that is terrible. But hey, it has a DisplayPort input I don't use. Okay, I have options at least, though. I have options. I want glowstone. Just take the rest of my supply here. Might be able to go check the raid farm for stuff, because yeah, there's nothing close that I can really spoil for the next episode. To be fair, I haven't done all that much, so again, was hoping more would get done, but I guess I have on whole another week because I'm just gonna not put out an episode this week. Whoop-de-doo. Now, is that gonna kill my channel algorithmically? Maybe. Oh yeah, something else I can talk about. I think I may have briefly mentioned this earlier. The Crafter was added in a snapshot this week, and it is very similar in functionality to the auto crafting droppers that we currently have right here on the Coolcraft server. Now, this isn't a surprise, as the auto crafting droppers were, after all, developed by Nembomb, who is currently a Mojang developer. So, you know, who knows where they got that from. But there are a couple interesting surprises that are different compared to the, you know, source material that I'm basing my knowledge on. So, the first thing that was different, or the first major thing that's different, is how it handles, like, returned items. So, like, an empty bucket or an empty bottle. The crafter will just spit them out with the result, which is not how the auto crafting droppers do it. And it's kind of annoying, but sure, that works. That'll do fine. The next little interesting thing that the crafter does is its comparator output. So, unlike the auto crafting droppers, where the comparator output is based off of how many slots are occupied and goes the full range of values from 0 to, full range of redstone values from 0 to 15. The crafter goes 0 to 9, based off of filled slots. And I was actually, like, after the snapshot came out, I actually created a new, basically just an example mod for Fabric for 1.21, for the 1.21 snapshot, so I could look at the source code of the actual crafter. And yeah, I got to it so quickly they hadn't properly deobfuscated, so it was just like, so instead of being the crafter class, it was class underscore 8 or 6886 or something like that. It was like, okay, and a lot of the fields and methods and stuff inside the class had yet to be deciphered as well, so we had like method 6887 and 6889 and whatnot. It's like, oh, okay, so gotta kind of read in between the lines here. So I was looking at the comparator level function, because that one was easy to distinguish. Obviously, extending from the block entity class, the comparator output method has a known name, so I was able to look into that. And based off of what I could see from there, it was they calculated the comparator output based off of the number of slots that was filled, or some other function that's purpose I could not decipher at that time, because, well, the name was obfuscated and I couldn't exactly figure out what it does, because it interacted with some fields which were also obfuscated. So it's like, okay, it's the slots filled and something else. And from further, you know, experimentation and seeing what other people said, it is the slot has an item, or the slot is disabled, which makes sense. Which I guess makes sense. So this now allows us to get in accurate 0 through 9 comparator output just by placing down the block and clicking a couple buttons inside of it. That is cool. Let's see. Yeah, other than that, there was some code that I was able to find that was similar, but the implementation was ultimately quite different. And then, I mean, there's a fair few reasons for that. First of all, this was, you know, an actual component of the game rather than just hacking this functionality into an existing block. So there was that was different. But then, yeah, it's also different because, you know, it's a block and a block entity in the game, and they're working themselves out. So I was like, okay, well, I still think they're related, but they're not as similar under the hood as I would have expected them to be. But that's mostly just due to how you add something to Minecraft as just a general source code thing versus in a mod. Changing the functionality is something that already exists. I still don't remember what I'm coming in here for every time, so that's great. Also feel like I might be coming down with a cold. Like I've had some, scratchy throat stuff over the past couple days. Although I had it yesterday, I was like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna be feeling terrible tomorrow. And so when I woke up this morning and didn't feel terrible, I was like, maybe not. Hopefully not. Always like to avoid a sickness. But, that's not always possible. More vote. See, JRD Cool is now AFK. Alright. Oh, wait, hang on. I never did the glowstone down the other side. Let's do that. I think the game was actually freezing for a second there. That's a little concerning. Then again, I have noticed, I don't know if this is just like an issue with sodium or something, but if I leave my game open overnight and come back and start moving around, my game starts having these extreme lag spikes. Like, the server's not having... Oh, wait, this is a weird thing. The server not having any issues. Haven't restarted it since we switched over to 1.20.2, I don't think. Had no issues with it. In fact, before that, hadn't restarted it since day one. So the vanilla experience seems to be quite reliable at the moment. I mean, it is a modded server, but with the mods it does seem to be quite reliable, which is why I'm thinking it's probably a sodium issue with the freezing and hitching after a while. Maybe it's a different mod that I have on my client, though. Who knows? Oh, okay. Okay, but the wind's blowing my green screen around. I mean, air currents in this room are blowing around my green screen a little bit, so you can see like right there, the green screen. The green screen's clipping the edge of my camera a little bit. That's fun. Oh no. Oh, okay, cool. Well, actually, let's build this intersection here. Can just pull back to where the actual glowstone starts. Okay, there. Oh, that should be a stone block. So actually, let's... Oh, no, that's not right. Okay. Alright, let's see. It's becoming nighttime. That is fun. See, been live for an hour and 6 minutes now. That's cool. Road building has, taken the time, but I've, actually managed to do it. Or I've actually managed to accomplish a fair amount of stuff today in this live stream, which is good because, I mean, well, actually, we're nearing the amount accomplished last week, so that is good. Because last week was a lot less it was not a lot less fruitful than I was expecting. Considering we didn't even get 3 full streets completed within the time of the live that I was live. I did, of course, finish off the street outside my house here and then do this street off camera, but all that being off camera. Ugh. So let's see. No one else is currently watching, so that's fun. Alright, let's... Yeah, Yeah, I have no idea what to talk about now. Oh, well, I guess something I could talk about here. There's thought of it. So yeah, apparently, so there was actually recently issues at my school here where occasionally connecting, phone or connecting, device to the internet just wouldn't work for some reason. I mean, my desktop never had problems with that, but then again, I never shut this thing off. So realistically, it never disconnected from the internet. But occasionally, especially when I was, at food, eating stuff, I would get this situation where my phone would just wouldn't be connected to the internet, and the IP or the local IP that it was given was not within the normal range. Because normally when you connect to your home network or whatever, the local IP range is 192.168.1 or 0.0. But the way they do it at the school is obviously they have a whole bunch of different subnets set up so that there's enough space for devices and stuff. And I think the usual subnets they use are in the 200s or something like that. I don't know exactly what they are. But yeah, I was getting assigned an IP address with a 0 on the subnet. So I was like, oh, huh, that's not right. Is someone spoofing the network for some reason? Seems kind of dumb, as I don't think it's that hard to find out the password for the Wi-Fi. I think you can probably find it online somewhere. And if my device isn't able to connect to the internet through you, what are you actually, because it's not going to actually send anything sensitive. What are you actually doing with that? But it turned out that I was connected to the actual network. It turned out that someone had plugged a device into the network that had set up its own DHCP server, which is kind of interesting. 2 devices on one network setting up DHCP servers, which, if you don't know, that's the thing that assigns devices IP addresses. I don't even know how that's valid. So somehow we were getting the devices were getting assigned an IP address from that device. So it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. IT apparently identified the problem and fixed it somehow. I don't know how. Maybe they just banned the device from the network. But hopefully it's not an issue anymore. Yeah, so basically someone brought in a router that had brought a router from home that was causing issues. Look at the screen is kind of being a pain. I don't think that changed anything. Yeah, it didn't change anything. I'm just gonna stop looking at that corner. Or maybe I'll sit like this. Yeah, now it won't matter. Okay, this road is basically done. Okay, let's go put the carpets. Actually, no, let's do the median and sidewalks over here. So that sidewalk's done. Yeah, I'm not gonna be too fussed about the actual grass areas in the middle here. That doesn't really matter too much to me. Torch that is now useless. Get out of here. I'm spending my very limited glowstone supply on these roads, so I do not think that we're going to need that torch to be sitting there anymore. Oh, hello. That's a drop there. Ah, crap. Need more slab. I don't know why I sang that like that, but I did. Now for the other side. This is where things get a little interesting. So, alright. Hey, turn that off quickly. Well, lower that down. I don't know if that's actually turning it off, but doesn't really matter. it seems to reduce my frame rate, or reduce the amount of lag that I'm experiencing, so why not? Dirty Cole is still active, so hopefully he's making significant progress on that project that we were working on. That way when I return to it at the end of the stream, I can be like, ah, cool. Maybe I'll actually get a video. And no, I'm not going to get a video out this week. I'm busy tomorrow. Which means I wouldn't have time to edit the very little that I've gotten. So we might as well just go all the way on that project and be like, okay, well, next week we'll have a video out where I'm like done with the project or whatever. Okay, apparently there's a little bit of a divot. Oh, that was a weird lag spike. Okay. Okay, let's just place in down here all the places where these gaps are. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering about like this road set design or whatever, I think Jared E. Cole stole it from the old Instant Massive Structures mod. Actually, I don't know if it's still updated. I just remember it used to be a mod we used back in the day, and that's what Jared E. Cole has based a lot of his city building stuff off. Although that is unique, and that's something unique that I built. That's, you know, Giant Stone. It was supposed to be modeled by my idea from just remembering hearing audio about what the AT&T Long Lines building is, which if you don't know what it is, just look it up. I looked it up after I built, a while after I'd actually built it. I was like, oh, well, that looks nothing like what I built. But you know, it's Minecraft, it works. And it's made out of the resources that it provides, right? And that's all that matters. It's a very self-sufficient building. Which is good, we like self-sufficiency. Boop there. Alright. Boop, and now we roll it. Alright. Alright, so aside from that, this should all be solid ground that I'm now building on. Hopefully this won't be an issue. Currently no live viewers, so hello on the VOD if you are watching this. Please leave a comment on the video saying, hey, I watched this. I'll be very confused when I see those comments in YouTube Studio. I'll be like, what? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. You know, increase that engagement. And also, if you're watching, I'd like you to take a moment to like the stream or video, whatever you currently happen to be watching. I will do the same now on the device I'm actually previewing the stream on here. Give her a bit of a like, you know, helps boost engagements, makes the stream a bit better, as you may know. And yeah. Anyhow, back to the content. Also, you know, if you want to, subscribe. Why not? Why not, right? Like, you know, I make videos on in this Minecraft world, and you know, on some other things. Like, hey, last week on Sunday, I streamed myself playing the new Stormworks Space DLC. Man, why am I tripping over myself? It was an experience, definitely an experience. I was no good, and I actually never got to space, so. That's fun. I didn't even experience it. Yeah, I clearly don't know much about it because they didn't offer much tutorial or anything in Stormworks these days. But anyway, I still had fun building barely functional rockets. All right. Now it's time. Actually, well, I can fill in that meeting in a bit, but then we're gonna get some of these lines for the roads done a little bit. So we're just gonna. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Alright. Fill that in. Fill that in. Break all the grass. There is technically supposed to be leaves in the medians here, but we haven't bothered collecting any of those yet. Because that's such like a minute detail. It requires a little bit of effort for us to go out and collect a ton of leaves. So we can just do that later if we really want to. But for the time being, just building the roads themselves will be a good enough experience for us. Hey, they make this place seem more and more city-like every single minute. Alright, so we're first going to check my base to see if I have... Why is my frame rate going to crap? Okay, I do have some road line materials lying around. It will not be much though, but it's some. Oh yeah, but then we just go into Judical's wool shop and take what we need, because wool is free for road building purposes at the moment. And somehow we have an odd number of wool blocks. That's always great. And that's all the yellow I got right now. Alright, let's... Okay, got significantly more white. Gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out of glowstone for lighting up the streets. I might just like put stone underneath where all the carpets go and be like, okay, we'll just put torches on the surface for now. Because I do project that I'm going to soon run out of glowstone. We are, I mean, I can check the raid farm, see if I have any extra glowstone stashed there. I might. Because I might have just been lazy. No, there's a little bit of extra lineage right there. Yeah, I believe generally the idea is under basically almost every piece of carpet there's glowstone, which is a bit excessive for these roads, to be fair. Probably could have gone at least every other block. Okay, well, we're out now. If not, you know, every third or fourth block. But, you know, this is, I guess, the way it was designed by Already Cool, so I guess this is how it will stay for now. Oh, there should be a light. Why does that activate a piston? I don't think that should be activating pistons. I wonder if Already Cool is aware of the piston action happening when you step on these pressure plates. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I don't think the original design had pressure plates in it either, so hey, that's probably why that's happening. We'll get rid of that one piece of yellow wool. Alright, we have been live for 1 hour and 21 minutes, including the pre-stream animation. Animation. It's not too much of an animation at the moment, but as I alluded to before, I do have plans to improve that. Maybe a bit ambitious, and it may look like shit, but you know, I got plans. Let's go back with the stuff. Alright, already looking better as a road already. Eh. Pretty sure, yeah. That's all like that, and I haven't done any of this stuff. This road will come later here. Oh, we're missing a bunch of carpet right here. Alright, I think this one's done. Now we go, yeah, see, leaves. go over this way and start filling in the carpet for this section. Oh, okay, let's empty my inventory of what I got so far. Alright, and I need to eat. And I also probably need to end up getting more food in a moment here. But, well, we'll finish the center lines first. Going to third person for a little bit of variety. Ooh. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, and if you're wondering how I'm placing this, so well, I have a button on my mouse which basically allows me to click constantly. Although I will say, I have had other mouses that do this exact concept better. It's a programmable button, and I programmed it to do this. The mouse I had before this one, which is around here somewhere. I don't exactly know where it is, and I'm not going to bother. It actually like stored the data for what the button does in the hardware of the mouse. This one doesn't. It's all in the software on the computer, so I couldn't use that button in the BIOS of my computer or on any other computer that doesn't have the crappy software for the mouse installed. And yes, Logitech, I did call your software crappy, because it is. You need to man up and accept that your software is kind of bloatware, but is also necessary for that functionality. And so also some games don't properly recognize when I'm using that button. So like in GTA, for instance, the casino, or GTA Online's casino heist. That heist requires effectively you to rapidly click when you're collecting like money, gold, or anything like that. My old mouse was really good for that because I could just hold the button and it would basically go and collect as fast as it would actually go. This mouse isn't. I actually have to physically wear out my main mouse button by, spam clicking it. Oh, there's a cat. I wonder if that's a tamed cat or not, because I know there are some tamed cats that wander around these parts, and then there's also just some random village cats that walk around as well, because Minecraft, yay! That is glowstone. That is glowstone. Oh, got a couple extra blocks of glowstone there. Cool. Oh, we're also apparently missing a sidewalk over here. Or part of it, at least. Oh, and I'm out of that, so let me... Oh, hello. Place in the missing sidewalk bits quickly. Because I'm going to move away from here and forget if I don't do this now. We need more... Oh, hello. I hear a zombie underneath me. They can't get to the surface, so there's no reason to worry. Oh, and... yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, Jericho's working on this. Okay. Great. So there is someone else helping out with the roads right now. That's great. Yeah, this is a ultimately more complicated thing as the road does slope. Actually, I'll show you in a second. But yeah, first I wanna... Whoop. Okay, that was a lag spike. I should have placed that in the right location. Whoop. Okay, then we just go through a center line. Hey. Yes.
Look what I've been doing.
Yes, I see. You've dug a bit of a hole here.
Mm-hmm. Started clearing some of this up.
Alright.
Where have you been for the last few minutes?
Well, the other side of your wool shop.
Oh, there is a road there now.
Yeah, there are roads all over this place.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering why you'd stopped once you got to here.
Oh. Well, I stopped because I went to there because I'd have to dig into the ground. I was like, I want to go do something else instead of being unproductive digging a hole.
Alright.
Yes, anyhow, now to be unproductive doing other roads around this area.
Yes.
Anyhow, I will also need more food. I think that horse is in the schematic, so I don't need to worry about there being a random horse outside of my house. Oh, come on, I'm like 3 seconds early to sleeping. This game. Alright. Food. Oh yeah, I got a decent amount of fuel still in there. Did I need to grab anything else? Yes. I needed a bunch of stone. Actually, is this all I have left in glowstone? Oh, it is. Okay. When I run out of this, I'm out of glowstone. So I'll have to go check the raid farm then. You know, a little bit unfortunate that I'm getting to the end of my glowstone run, but hey. 1 hour, 28 minutes into the live stream. And we've done, actually, let me just show off. Let me turn the schematic down a little bit. A little bit of what we done. So we did this entire road right here, as well as a good chunk of this road here, and this chunk of the road outside Jared Cole's house here. That's a decent chunk of road done, and who knows when. And it is after 8:30, so who knows when the WAN show is gonna start. But hey, we have got a bit more work to do here. And I'll start with this road that goes alongside the village, because why not? Causing harm to the villagers is pretty okay. To be fair, I did already demolish like a decent chunk of their village, so this isn't really harming them any further, but I'm just cementing in no houses are being built here in the future. Oof. Ooh, this is sound. The sound of mining grass. Ooh. Sounds great. Alright, and then this is an intersection here. So I stopped. Intersection, edge of the village. Just kinda. Alright, that wants to be stone there. Okay. I just kinda stopped building out further here. So start using up a very little amount of remaining glowstone here to line this road with light sources. Whoops, that stack ran out just before the end there. Alright, we do have one and a little bit more stacks left after this. So I'm probably not getting to the center lines of this road. I'm going to start on the neighboring road with glowstone once I run out. And then I'm out of glowstone entirely. Whoops. So far, only wasted a singular piece of... Whoa. That's annoying. So yeah, that road would theoretically already be spawn-proof now. Hang on. Yeah, that's wasted glowstone. I was about to say, it sounded like I was double placing there. Oh, and there. Oh. I'm wasting all the glowstone here. This is all, yeah, this area here. Oh. Well, that was it. That was literally all the remainder of the glowstone that I had. I'm now out of glowstone. After I finish, you know, paving, I guess, these streets, I will go to the raid farm, check if I have any more of the stuff. I probably don't. But if I do, I'll bring this stuff back and continue doing it. I mean, I'm going to continue doing the roads anyway. I'm just not going to be able to light them up effectively, which, we're working on a more permanent solution, but for now, this is what we got to deal with. You know, solutions take time, which, you know, you actually have to put time into the thing. And also, City Skylines 2 comes out this week. I don't know if JOD Cole is going to be doing too much more on the server for a little while, so... Although, I don't know. If his girlfriend's on, which, I mean, her account is on right now, he may be playing a bit more. But if that's not, he's probably going to be playing Cities, let's be real. Heck, maybe he'll be streaming Cities, in which case you should check out his channel for that, maybe. Although I also doubt it. Well, maybe. Aren't you too, villagers? Alright. Now this is what speed building a road looks like. Basically gotten most of this part of the road done already. Actually, I did extend the sidewalk at some point over the week because I was like, it's right along the village. I could just, you know, extend this out. But yeah, so it's currently 8:51 Eastern, and shocker, WAN show is yet started. Shocker. Alright, so this side of the road is now as finished as I can get it right now. I guess I could put stuff on the glowstone that I did have, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, uncover where glowstone will be in the future. I'll leave that torch in for now. Weirdly inconsistent frame rates, alright. Yeah, the torch can stay there as light for now because, well, there is no light otherwise on this part of the road, on that part of the road, so, That's also closer to my house, so I'd prefer to keep that spawn-proofed. For, you know, personal reasons. I just tried to mine that with my fist. Alright. Yeah, okay. Can you can place some stuff in there. This thing wants some blocks. I mean, I'll put some dirt down in the center here. But yeah, I can't be bothered to place the blocks under the actual, under where the sidewalks are gonna go, because it's like, it's gonna be covered anyway. We don't really need anything there. There's a glowstone block next to it, so it's really unnecessary. Oh, okay. Wow, okay, I went way into the intersection there. Let's not do that at the moment, shall we? I might consider actually building that stone out on the side underneath where the sidewalk goes over here, solely because, well, there's currently a lot of stuff missing underneath there, and that would be kind of annoying to build a floating sidewalk. You know, I feel like, actually, once I finish this row, I'm gonna go do something. Alright. Oh, I just got a buzz. Which is the WAN show, which means... yeah, and it didn't come through on that tab I opened for Twitch. But hey, that means that's going to be it from this stream. So I'm going to have to... my game is having serious frame rate issues. So I'm just going to sit here and talk to the camera. I'm going to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like... Ooh, there's my... Yep. There's my screen. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, ring the bell so you know, or turn on notifications so you'll be notified the next time I go live so you don't miss a stream like this one. And I will see you all in the next thing.